Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the show, the podcast. Pew, pew, pew. Like an old-timey radio show. Not old-timey, like a weird radio show. We're here, and we're in the end game now. I think last year I made an episode of the podcast pretty similar to this. We're officially at the end of MLB The Show 25. That's crazy. The Forever program has come out, and that's sad. Yeah. All right. Let's talk about it. Let's do it. It's the 11th inning. And as you can see, there are 4,421 days and 2 hours left until it ends. So I'm going to do some quick maths. Not in my head, because, I mean, who do you think I am? 4421 divided by 365. It ends in 12 years. You have 12.1123288 years to finish the 11th inning XP path. I think you can do it. I mean, I've played for an hour because I was away this weekend in Tampa for a work thing, and I'm already a third of the way there. So, listen, the goal is to get you stuff you missed out on. You can go back here, and these guys are still, I mean, actually kind of expensive. So there's stubs to be made, you know. For someone like me, I appreciate the ability to make these stubs because I want to do theme teams for everybody. Probably starting... It might even be starting next week, actually. Theme teams will be beginning to roll out. I'm working on what that looks like. I'm working on how we, like, maybe by the end of this escapade, we determine which theme team was actually the best based on math. Again, not good at that, so working on some sort of formula by using AI to tell me how I can calculate which team is the best. But yeah, we're here, man. We're in the end game. It's cool that this weekend classic is 2 weeks long. I don't know why they necessarily did it, but I'm not going to complain. They probably figured a lot of people have Thanksgiving week either off or less busy, so it gives more people time to play it more. And again, incredible rewards. Even if you play on lower divisions, that's fine. There's opportunities to get Jason Dominguez, who's expensive, Ian Happ, who's expensive, Weekend Classic Rewind packs. Some of those cards are still expensive. So it's not like this is anything revolutionary. I'm not praising SDS for this. I'm not scolding them either, but, like, you know, they've done this before. When inning programs existed, there was always the 11th inning that lasted forever. We had come to call those forever programs when the sets and seasons model was in the game the last 2 years. So where do we go from here? I mean, you know, now they're also, by the way, giving us free cards. This Lou Brock was, essentially, 5 seconds to get. There was literally a free, also incredibly good, might I add, Taylor Ward in the shop. This card's really good. Really good. Like, really fun, actually. New Oriole legend. Cannot believe the Orioles did that. I don't know. Orioles fans, let me know. Let me know why. Angels fans, how do you feel? What does it mean now that we're in the end game? I think that's an important conversation to have. Many people, months ago already, have put this game down. And that's, listen, play whatever game makes you happy. If you're done with MLB The Show because a new game came out, go for it. That's cool. I ain't gonna judge you at all. But I say this about every single year, usually around January, but I think it's cool to have this conversation now. MLB The Show 26 is going to come out. When? I'm going to give you my first official guess right now. It's going to come out for early access. Early access is going to be either March 13th or March 20th. That's a Friday. So Thursday night into the Friday. As soon as Thursday, it's 12:01, it's Friday, March 13th or March 20th. It's going to come out. And we're hoping for meaningful changes. But what you can do up until then, if you're looking to improve, if you're looking to get reps in, now is the time. That's how people who are trying to make meaningful gains in their game should be treating this period. The stakes are gone. And honestly, the stakes are just things we fabricate in our own minds anyway. The stakes, there aren't any. Unless you're playing for actual money, there are no stakes. All these cards that were once expensive, most of them are going to become imminently available through the rewind packs, through the program, the 11th inning program, through the spinny wheel at the end. What's in the spinny wheel? Can I see that? Do I have the ability to see the spinny wheel? Unlimited bonus rewards. We have got ultra packs. We've got stub vouchers. We got live series vouchers. We've got a chase player pack. Could more cards still be coming out? Sure, they could. Like, I'm truly still surprised we don't have a retro finest Carlos Beltran. The fact that they gave Roger Clemens a second card opened the door to those collection cards getting another. Gil Hodges maybe less so, because Hall of Fame cards you would think would be a player's best version. Just throwing that out there. I'm sure there will still be another couple drops. We're going to get a cover legend set of cards probably in February, maybe even earlier, January. The calendar is not empty. Like, there is still stuff. Let me just make my face go away for a moment so we could see it. New multiplayer and Captain Blizzard programs. That's neat. That's December 2nd. That means there will be another ranked season. I'm curious if it's going to be every 30 days they just refresh that. A new player program on the 5th. Another Captain Blizzard program on the 9th. A new mini season on the 12th. On the 19th, a new Captain Blizzard and a Diamond Quest. That'll probably be Christmas themed. I appreciate that they're still churning out, some stuff. But all in all, like, listen, when the Forever program hits, or when the 11th inning Forever and all-time program is here, the game is done. And that's not negative. Like, listen, they did live content updates from March to November 20th, I don't know. Like multiple a week. In years past, we complained about not enough content to do. I think this year there was more content to do. It was still a little offline grindy. I would argue less than it has been, and that's a plus. But that's based on your own perception of how you play the game. If you think it was still too grindy, maybe it was still too grindy. I would also suggest, and this is also smart by them, it's a little exploitative, not in a hurtful way, but if you want to start MLB The Show 26 with a leg up, you should be playing right now, because littered throughout this program are these fellas. I wish I could expand the screen. I can't. These now and later packs. People who've played the game or listened to streams of SDS when they go live know what they are. If not, allow me to explain. You open a pack now and receive a pack later. They all come with a little diamond like voucher thingy. And when I say diamond, I don't mean for a diamond. I mean, it is a diamond rarity, even though it's not, because it's in every pack. Little voucher that you can then collect next year or exchange next year when MLB The Show 26 comes out for packs. And as we know, when you begin a new game cycle, packs, even standard packs, are the currency you want. They are worth $1 million virtual dollars. I think it's important to note, in all likelihood, those now and later packs will not be available at early access, and there's a chance they're not even available right on launch night. It might take a couple days. Don't worry, they won't forget. You'll get them at some point. But you can collect up to, they said a number of how many you can collect. I wish I remembered. You can collect probably at least 20 standard packs just by doing this. And maybe it's a bunch of golds. Maybe you get a diamond or two. But early in the game cycle, every pack could be Shohei. You never know. It's worth the chance. I'm at a point where, and this is being full candid, because we share on this channel and in this podcast. I'm happy. For the large part, most of the content is done. in this game. I'm happy the 11th inning, forever inning program is here. I'm not enjoying as much as I wish I would playing MLB The Show right now. Online is a mess. I think I'm just worn down by how the game has played this year. I'm sick and tired of the foul balls. I'm sick and tired of strikes on the black not being called strikes. I'm so confused and confounded at how suddenly everybody this year doesn't have any incentive to swing. Every at-bat feels like an absolute friggin' war. And I'm not here asking for easier competition. I like when a game is fun, and I think you guys like when games are close and fun. You've seen some of our best videos this year have been in really back and forth chess matches. But the skill gap continues to diminish as we are rewarding people who are taking strikes that are called, or taking strikes that are called balls. Yeah, I said it right. Who are fouling off a million pitches, some skipping in the dirt. I just think meaningful gameplay changes, we ask for it every year. This is not new. It sounds like a broken record because it kind of is. Meaningful changes need to happen. So, we move forward. We move on. This content ain't stopping. I'm going to still be making videos for you guys because that's my commitment to you. And because I enjoy making content. But I might not play casually as much anymore. This is about that time of year where I open up Kingdom Hearts and go jump in and play. I've been enjoying Pokemon Legends ZA. I just bought one of those little things that look like a Game Boy, but they have a bunch of games on them. So I might play that. Just waste some time. I bought a new house, got stuff to do. So I will not be grinding the heck out of this game. Also, because I don't have to. There's nothing to grind anymore. And that's okay. I think MLB The Show 25 overall did provide, let's say it that way, a fair amount of fun. I said it yesterday in the 10-minute mailbag. One of the questions was, what was my favorite part of Diamond Dynasty this year? I loved the card variety. I think, similar lineup construction or boring, redundant lineup construction this year is largely due to a broken switch hitter meta. And it's that meta's fault, or the programming fault, whatever, that we did not get to fully enjoy the depth of cards that were viable to use this year. There are so many 99s, which to me is not a problem. That you could be a fan of any team, of so many different players, of so many different types of builds, that you can have very competitive teams. But unfortunately, shrinkage and the switch hitter meta has really, really diminished the impact that could have had. I think that's important to recognize. While I have no problem with 99s, I am in full agreement with a large base of this community that is ready for some sort of either like salary capped mode or, more strict lineup construction mode where you can only have 3 99s on offense and you have to have golds and you have to strategically build a team. I want that. I yearn for it. I crave it. I think it would be an absolute blast. And I think it would provide a more fun, competitive community. I don't know if that becomes the true competitive ranked mode. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's like an offshoot of events. Maybe it becomes events. Events now are 3, 6, and 9 inning options. I just think, again, as we said every year for the past couple, Diamond Dynasty is getting a little stale. Diamond Quest, awesome addition, fun addition. Don't want it to go anywhere. But what it doesn't do for anybody, because it's impossible to, is that it's not an online thing. Some people just love online play. I'm not advocating to get rid of offline stuff. I'm not saying they should have done offline or online instead of offline. I am happy we got a cool offline thing to do, and I hope it stays forever. But I would like another new online thing. Just like I'd like new Road to the Show changes and franchise changes. There are lots of things that could change in this game, and I want all of it. I want everyone to have the things they want to do. But we're in the end game now. MLB The Show 25 is reaching its conclusion. If not, it's already here. And for me, the most fun part of the year actually begins for content when we could start, talking about rumors, talking about leaks, talking about cover star guesses. That's all content that is now in the works. And I love it. I love covering the news of MLB The Show. That's why this podcast originally started. So look out for all that stuff as it comes. But short podcast episode today, guys. Just kind of like a quick little update on what's going on. Look out for your usual array of content the rest of this week and next week. But next week, we're starting theme teams. And I don't know the order we're going to do it in yet. And I don't know how to grade who did well. But we will figure it out as a team, like we always do. So thank you, guys. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm very thankful for this community, and I'm very thankful for all of you watching. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.